Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a foundation wear test. This is a new foundation that you guys saw me haul in a recent video. This is one that Tati had talked about and she approved it, absolutely loved it, and I wanted to see if this would be Ruthie Roo approved. So the foundation that we're talking about today is the Loreal Infallible up to 24-hour fresh wear foundation. It looks like this. This is pretty new, and I want to say that there was actually a concealer that came out with it. I did not get that. The end cap that I saw only had this foundation, and I think they had just put it out, so I snatched it up while I could. The shade that I have here is 410 Ivory, and this does have SPF 25. So Tati loved this. I'm just going to go ahead and apply it like I would with any other foundation. I'm pretty excited. I haven't really heard anybody else talk about it other than Tati, so we'll see how it goes. I already have my moisturizer and everything on, but first thing I'm going to do is prime my skin. Today I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Primer. I've been going back and forth with this and the Becca Backlight Priming Filter lately. You guys know that I think they are basically the same, but because it's been so dry and cold, those are the primers that I've been gravitating towards right now. And I want to make sure that I'm using this foundation with a primer that I know I already like and enjoy versus like a brand new one, even though I do have some brand new ones that I would like to test. It's so stinking insane, the weather here in Ohio. Last week the wind chill got to like -30s, I want to say, and schools were closed last Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then today it's in the 40s, and then I think Wednesday the high is like dang near 60. So Ohio just cannot decide what it wants to do with its life, and it needs to hurry up on that. So I'm going to take 2 pumps of this foundation. I will say that I do really like the packaging. This pump is super nice. It's not even just like a regular pump, it's kind of a snazzy little pump. I'm going to take a Real Technique sponge. I've just got this on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to blend it on in. It looks like, from what I understand, they do have a pretty decent shade range with this. I don't know exactly how many shades, but I can absolutely look that up. New L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. Let's see. First things first, I will say, as I'm trying to look this up, this is pretty fantastic coverage. I'd say this is really, I would say this is a full coverage foundation. If not, it's strong medium to full. I just took a shower, which you guys can probably see from my wet hair, but after a shower, my face just gets really red. So it's covering up that redness nicely. The redness does go away after a while. It's just because, you know, the shower and the steam and everything. But when a foundation can cover up that redness, that's nice for me. That says a lot. Yeah, this is a full coverage foundation if I've ever seen one in my life, not a medium. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 30 shades, which is a pretty decent amount. If you guys can see here on my phone, it looks like there's a nice range. Never enough darker tones, but I mean, it looks like they've got about about 10 that are really about 5, maybe 7 that are like for like darker, deeper skin tones, and then the rest are like lighter and medium skin tones. This is, I would say, a pretty good match for my skin, honestly. This is blending out really nicely as well. Wow. I like this. This is really nice. This is probably one of the better drugstore foundations I've tried recently. I will say that I have really been enjoying the Revlon Color Safe Full Cover, but that is so thick and creamy. It's very matte. And this is, I don't want to say this is dewy, but it's not as heavy looking on the skin, and I kind of like that. I am not someone that has, I've said this in pretty much all of my foundation review videos, I'm not someone that has a lot that needs to be covered up in the first place. So, as far as like acne scarring, I'm sorry, I just saw my cat. Acne scarring, stuff like that, I don't really have to deal with that too much. I'll occasionally get a pimple here and there, but nothing too crazy, so I feel like for my skin tone, this is fantastic, and for my skin in general, this is really good. I also really think this is a fantastic shade range. I'm really impressed with how full coverage it is, but it's not feeling heavy on my skin, and that's really super duper important to me. So far, so good. I'm going to go ahead and do concealer. I'm going to use the Tarte little mini Shape Tape I've got in Light Sand. I'm almost out of this stuff, to be honest with you guys, but I'm using it up to the very last drop. I can't decide whether or not I want to repurchase it, or not repurchase, purchase it. That was a little sample size that got sent to me in an Ipsy. I don't know. I can't decide. I'm thinking I probably will bite the bullet and go ahead and purchase a full-size one. I actually got my sister to purchase a full-size one last weekend because she had the other Tarte one that came in like square packaging, and I think she just wanted and needed something a little bit more full coverage, and so like Shape Tape's where that's at. Yeah, this looks really nice. I'm liking this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the shade Fair. Okay, so far so good. I'm really liking this. I'm going to take you guys on my day with me. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of my makeup on, and then I will be right back. Alright, so the rest of my face is on, and I gotta say, like, this foundation looks really nice. Like, it looks very, very good. So I've got really high hopes about how this will last, but, you know, only time will really tell, so we're going to do some check-ins throughout the day and see how it's wearing, so I will see you guys a little bit later. Hey guys, so I am about, let's see, what is the time right now? It's just after 7, so I am about 8 or 9 hours into wearing this foundation. I went and saw a movie, and it was kind of a scary movie, like suspenseful. It was Escape Room. I thought it was pretty good though, so if you haven't seen that, I definitely would recommend it. Then I went to a gym and signed up for a new gym, and then, I'm sorry, my cat is like nuzzling with my hand and it's like causing me to move it. I'm about to have some dinner, which is right there. But overall, I am still really liking this foundation. I think I need to exfoliate because it's collecting right here, and typically when that starts to happen, it just means that I need to exfoliate my skin. My cheeks have been collecting a little bit, which is a little odd, but not too strange, if that makes sense. So I'm not like worried about that. I'm really curious to see what this looks like right before I take off my makeup for the day. But so far, I do still think it looks really nice. I still think it's providing that nice full coverage look. So I'm still liking it as of right now, but we will check in another couple hours right before I go to bed. All right. This is the final check-in. It's like 10 o'clock at night, so I've had this on for just about 11 hours now, and I think it stayed on really well. I don't really see any problem areas. I think I was just kind of not looking in the best lighting earlier. The cheek thing is not like a thing anymore. There's still a little bit of clumping right here, but like all in all, I'm pretty impressed with this foundation. I think it did a super duper extra fantastic job at doing a full coverage look, without looking cakey, without looking, like just clumpy on the skin. Sometimes I have that issue with foundations. So, I really liked this look. So I definitely would say that this foundation is worth trying out, and I would hop on it. So yeah, that's pretty much my review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave to stay up to date on all of my latest content, and I will see you guys next time.